Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Marvel Future Fight video, guys. Today we are ready for another ABX guide with Dr. Octopus out. Obviously going to be talking about how he performed, and also going to talk about his rotation, which is actually the same with either a proc or a rage, which is so freaking awesome, guys. But first we're going to showcase the build of my Dr. Octopus for the video, so when we jump into the gameplay section you actually know what stats we're running with, guys. So let's jump in there. Teams, that is the team I'm going to be using, guys. Although this is not the optimal team, the optimal team will be Abomination lead with Dr. Octopus and Taskmaster. Or if you add the uniform on Kingpin, you could use Kingpin as a lead to remove the burn, and then with Octopus, although Kingpin is still stronger than Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus is going to be the meta for people who don't have Kingpin uniform, although Kingpin is still stronger than Dr. Octopus. So this is the thing we're going to be using, guys. We have 45%, 50%, my bad, guys, of increased physical attack from Taskmaster on his uniform passive. Here we do have a uniform effect, whatever, 40% damage increase to super villain faction, and then we have Dr. Octopus, which is going to be the damage. Obviously, if we look at the stats here, guys, max cooldown, max ignore defense, max dodge rate, because we have a CTPF rage on him. Critical damage 198%, max critical rate 124.95% attack speed, and 52,328 physical attack, which is actually going to be low since we have no blessings on this guy. If we go on the character gear, guys, for hero blessings, you can see no blessings. We have 2 physical attack per gear, 2 critical damage per gear. Then we need to max out so skill cooldown and dodge rate. We're still in alliance level to 17, so we still have to do a little bit of work to get those stats maxed out. Once we actually get that alliance a little bit higher, critical damage, dodge, and cooldown, it's not going to be an issue anymore. But that's the setup, guys. No blessings at all, so we're not getting as much damage as we could with blessing. Obviously, if we look at the EZO, we have fully awakened Hawkeye's EZO set, so we get 8.5% all attack, critical rate, critical damage, 8.1% dodge, cooldown with a 40% proc on the EZO set. Artifact, it's not going to matter in ABX, but we do have a pure evil artifact, which is quite useful. And other content, CTPF rage, critical rate 31.3%, dodge rate 20.5%, and the max stats 0.9% basic damage per 1% off dodge rate, and critical rate and ignore boss damage decreased by 60%. Cannot wait for Rage Reforged, to be honest, but we could technically take this rage, put it on somebody else, drop a energy destruction, mighty energy, mighty destruction this guy, and we'll get about the same result. A little bit lower than the rage, I believe so. If we look at the uniform, guys, uniform is mythical. We have 3 bonus uniform, which is actually pretty simple. We have the Sharon Rogers bonus uniform, we have the Super Giant bonus uniform, and their Ghost Rider bonus uniform. We're missing the Sabertooth, which I'm never going to buy, and the Invisible Woman, which I'm never going to buy, so it's going to stay that way. Uniform effect, guys. Change effect of skill mutagenic growth, change effect of skill tentacle upgrade, activation rate when skill tentacle shockwave is used, applied to self, 15% recovery, max HP, increase basic damage by 200% for 1 attack, which is going to be the following attack, which is going to be the proc attack, and the tentacle shockwave is actually the 3rd skill. Now if we talk about skill rotation, it's pretty simple. The rotation when the awakening skills is not available is going to be 5 is instant cancel, which is pretty awesome. The skill is going to keep going, and you're going to get your 40% increase all attack, defense, 1% speed, 40% critical rate. You go into the 3rd skill. The 3rd skill is going to give you immunity to all damage, but you're going to cancel the 3rd skill right away. Into the 4th skill is going to get the uniform effect proc. Here I believe it stacks with the normal proc, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken. And also this skills will give you paralysis, while the 5th skills will give you silence, so you cover 2 ABX season, which is pretty awesome. And that's all the rotation, guys, you want to do when the awakening skill is not ready. It's ready 5 cancel 3 cancel 4. Now when the awakening skills is ready, all you got to do is replace the 4 with a 6, and that's pretty much it. So you're going to do 5 cancel 3 cancel 6. and get a proc on the 6th and a proc on the 4th. And if you have a rage, well, you still do the same thing, guys. It's the exact same freaking thing. So really proc friendly is rage friendly too. We'll do a little bit better with rage. And they're really easy to play, guys. If you mess up with this guy, you are terrible at this game, pretty much. That's the way I see it. And also, you can add the second skill and first skill at the end of your rotation if you can afford it without triggering the proc. It's going to get a few extra points, not that much because the damage is pretty minimal on those two skills and they don't do anything special. You can see bleed, incapacitation on the second skills. First skill, stun, doesn't matter in ABX. So that's pretty much the rotation with this guy, guys. Now, what kind of score can you expect? Well, with my physical attack, I get close to 8 million with the normal rage, no blessings. On the burn season, where the burn season, we have to swap to Taskmaster to get the burn on. So I'm expecting him to be able to do close to 9 millions without blessings with my physical attack on silence and paralyze this season. So, I mean, he is pretty damn strong. Once we actually get blessing on him and shit like that, we're going to be able to hit over 9 millions with this dude. I think that's all we can ask compared to, you know, Cool and Maker that do between 7 and 8 millions. It's a huge improvement to have Dr. Octopus, and he is really, really, really proc friendly. Also, if we look at his, not there, but passive here, we did not take a look at his passive yet. So Elite Leadership, trash, increase HP, we don't care. Tier 1 passive is very, very solid. 40% increase of physical attack and decrease basic damage received by 20%. And tier 2 passive, guys, increase chain of damage by 20% with attacking, which, I mean, if you get an energy, the energy is going to replace this. So you lose that. So I think Mighty Destruction might actually be better than Mighty Energy on him, or even a regular Destruction. And then increase guaranteed critical rate by 25%, skill damage by 35%, bonus damage by 35%. So he has a very solid kit, and he has crazy damage, guys. Literally crazy freaking damage you're going to see in the gameplay section. So he's not as good as Kingpin, guys. Kingpin is still going to be the king. Obviously, he is a, you know, a seasoned uniform Kingpin. So usually those kind of characters always get an advantage for a very long time. But if we compare him to everybody else, he's going to be beating Apocalypse, Maker, and Cole. So he is the, let's call it the free-to-play meta. He is the free-to-play meta for combat supervillain at the moment. So guys, next we're going to be jumping into the gameplay section. We're going to post the rotation on the screen on the gameplay section, which worked with both Rage and, you know, wow, and the proc. So it's pretty simple. Even with a normal proc, I believe you could reach close to 7 million with this dude. So very solid characters, guys. Definitely a uniform you want to go for, even useful for World Boss Legend. So yes, guys, if I were you, I'll get this uniform and I'll build this guy because he might be the best free-to-play combat supervillain in the game at the moment. So he's definitely awarded, guys. Anyway, guys, let's jump to the gameplay section. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my amazing community. Don't forget, we stream on Twitch every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you follow us on Twitch, guys. Link in the description down below. So, guys, enjoy the gameplay section, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.